Finally time to put some tailpipes on this car. Hopefully these fit. You can't really buy kits for them because it's a Cougar, and so it's a little bit different dimensionally than a Foxbody Mustang is. This kit is for an SN95. I'm hoping it fits a little better. We'll see. It's about 140 now, and I'd like to get all this stuff on before it gets dark, which will be about 5 o'clock. Gotta get going. First thing to do is to take off this little bootleg hanger I made out of steel strap a while back. The other one has done me a favor and taken itself off. Luckily the diameters are correct. This thing goes in down here, goes up over the axle like that, and then the other pipe goes from here all the way down to the rear bumper and exits, hopefully, you know, in this general area. There's a little bit of a clearance issue with the fuel tank though, because from an end view, this like subframe rail is a bit inset from the fuel tank, and my hangers that I have now come straight down. It'll want to hang the exhaust right where the gas tank is, and can't change that, so might have to make a little bracket to step it over and then down. I don't really know. This kit is not for this car, and just gonna have to make it work. This end down here by the muffler is actually too long, which is great because that's an easy fix. Looks like it's going to clear the upper arms and the axle. I have just a little, yeah, it's got space up to the floor. It does need to go in that way quite a lot, which almost makes me want to cut a bit more off of it, but I need enough engagement here for the clamp to hold, so I'm not going to. I am going to clean up the ends of both pipes with a file though. These Dynomax mufflers have pretty tight tolerances on the ends. And especially when you have a pipe like this with some burrs on it from cutting, a little bit of filing around the edge helps tremendously to make them fit into the mufflers easily. Have to undo the bolts up at the flow tube and try to kick this whole driver's side assembly over towards the outside of the car more, because I'm having a little bit of trouble getting this pipe to clear the upper arm and the frame and still have room to fit this into it, because the floor pan's right up there and that's not a super pretty. Yeah, it's a little tight. Here's what we got. Muffler, over axle pipe, down, and then out the back. Like that, right up with the fuel tank. It is gonna have to sit, obviously, a little bit higher once it's clamped, because right now it wants to sag to there. Once I clamp it, it'll sit up a little more like that, so it's hidden more. Try to mock up this other pipe. It's gonna fall out, but this side's got more room. I'm just gonna have to swing. This pipe's maybe either not bent right, or I have to rotate it more. Now I've got those initial over axle pipes switched left and right. So the driver's side's on the pass side and the pass side's on the driver's side, and that seems to make the bends work a little better to get these pipes coming out the back. You know, just a little bit of clearance there with the fuel tank. They really just need hangers on and clamps because they're all floppy right now. But, oh, very floppy. But it's working. I got this pass side pipe shifted over to the muffler close to the frame rail. They're more symmetrical left and right now. Things are actually progressing pretty well. Looks like I'm going to need about a 12-ish, maybe 11-inch extension from the back of the pipe to the edge of the bumper where I want it to sit. The 3 or 4 hour job turned itself into a 1.5 day job. This next day I still have to get these off. Everything is hung now. I've got hangers mounted up on those bumper bolts, so that's all good. They're hanging about the right height. Everything fits and clearances finally. Of course, I can't just buy tailpipes that fit because nothing's quite long enough and the right diameter, and so I'm just gonna get some 18-inch stainless pieces, cut them off about here on an angle, and then clean them up with an angle grinder just so they have a nice edge. Not quite as fancy as a MagnaFlow tip, but you know, it'll do the job. We have this little fixture set up to cut the angle we want, which is about 21 degrees. This pipe, I marked the tangent line from the bumper down onto this pipe. The idea is that the tangent line off the bumper is here, and then I want this to be a bit steeper so that you see more of the end of the pipe from the back of the car. Like that? Yeah. That's pretty good. Okay. Lighting's kind of terrible, but you get the idea. This one's going to shift in a little bit still. slight problem. I was feeling the exhaust tips real quick just to see if they'd warmed up, and the right side is warm. The left side is not warm. The left side is also mobile. Where did you disconnect and why? Oh yeah, nice. Peak. I made some sighting marks in green to tell how far on the pipe was. Got it back on, put the clamp where it should have been originally, which is further down that first pipe. It's tightened again. Had to adjust this pipe backwards about 5/8 of an inch so it still kind of sticks out the back the same as the other one. And try it again. Leak testing. Left side, right side. And there's nothing happening under the car. Only things happening at the tailpipes, which is good news.